Hello everyone, I do hope that this is working. I was having a little trouble with the little gremlins, but hopefully this is going out now. So hello there everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I am sorry that we are a little bit late. It did tell me that it wasn't going to go out on Facebook, but it looks like we have a Facebook message. So looks like it did. So I hope that everything is good on there. Okay, so it looks like it's gone out onto Facebook and not YouTube. So, oh, but we have it on YouTube. We have it on Facebook and YouTube, and it's telling me it was not on one and put on the other. But now I'm just rambling. So looks like we're on both. So that's good. Hey there, everyone that has popped in. Hey there, Sue and Lynn and Stacy, and also Carol. The fabulous Angel is behind the badge today, and she'll be popping in all of the links that do pop up. Now, we did have a new release. Now, this is technically our September release, but we are releasing it a couple of days early. So you can grab this and get into your holiday crafting. So hello there, everyone that has just popped in as well. Hey, Cece, Tracy, Nancy, and thank you so much for sharing. And hey, Sabine as well. Nope, not on YouTube, but on Facebook. But we have a comment on YouTube. I'm confused. I don't know what's happening, but hopefully you guys are there, so you are seeing me. So we are good. I am going, oh, thank you, Stacy. I went dark again. I got rid of the blonde. I'm not sure. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. It was getting a bit dry, so I decided to go back natural, and hopefully you guys like it. Okay, Angel's saying we're on both, so I'm glad that we're there. Also, if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. So you will be able to use this on some of the fabulous new products that we have coming up. Right, I am going to move you guys down now. It takes a couple of clicks, just a couple of clicks, and there we go. I am trying to get this a little bit lighter down here, but again, gremlins not happen. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. I wasn't sure. You know when you get so fed up with the hair and you just do it yourself? That's where I was the other day. Just getting my 13-year-old daughter just to make sure that I'd got everywhere. Not great. All right, so let's get into the products, shall we? Okay, so first up, we have our Craft Your Life project kit. This is so beautiful, and we have various different styles going on in this one. So first up, we have the did I say mixed blooms? So this is the Craft Your Life mixed blooms. I don't know if I said the title, but I will now. In this, we do have our 6x8 stamp set. We have a positive and a negative of this floral motif that we have here. And we have some fabulous sentiments too. As always, with our infolds, our inserts even, these are not just to kind of hold your stamps. These have inspiration in here. They have how you can use your layering stencils, and it's just packed full of inspiration in here. So don't get rid of this. You may need it further along the line. So you have that 6x8 stamp set. We also have, I'm going to move straight onto this because this is a little bit different. So I want to kind of take that in due course. But the 3D embossing folder that you get with this is perfectly sized for the outline image as well. Now, these are perfectly sized together, so they would technically work together as well. So you could stamp that, line it up in your embossing folder, and then get a 3D look, which would be very cool. Also, what's sized perfectly is also this die set. Now, if you look at the die set, oh gosh, come on. Sometimes just wants to trick me. This is going to cut around the image on the stamp set and also the 3D embossing folder. Now, as you can see, there is such a huge kind of wasted space in there, and we did not want to leave that just as it is. So we have some fabulous little cute flowers and leaves in there that you can use to embellish this. You can use it to embellish anything else that you have, or you could just use this bit on its own to create cute little wreaths, add it to some monograms, and that would be a really cool way to use that as well. So you can really play around with this one. I love the fact now that our project kits have various different designs in them and different styles. So they are very, very unique, very versatile, and you're going to have so much fun kind of creating lots of different projects just with one kit. So like I said, this is a little bit different as well. The first stencil, the first one in your project kit, will line up with the 3D embossing folder. So you are still going to be able to color in that stamped image and the 3D embossing folder with the stencil that you have. But in this as well, we also have 2 different clusters of floral elements. So you've got a sneak peek of them from the little embossing insert. You're going to be able to create this beautiful floral cluster with 2 of the stencils, Stencil 2 and Stencil 3. And with Stencil 4, you're going to be able to create this cluster. So you have so much going on in this kit. And I'm sure that you guys are going to take this to places that we didn't even think that it would be able to go. So this is a great one if you want to kind of explore different techniques and play around with different things. So I'm going to move that one over. So that one's our Crafty Life project kit. Now that I've waxed lyrical about that one, I'll move into everything else and see if I can go a little bit quicker. Sorry, everyone. Oh, yeah. Sue, I will pass that on to the team. Yeah, it is pretty strong, that tape. So next up, we have our Build a Garden. This month, you're going to get the stamp set and the stencil set. Also, your little mini blending tool, which will come to you white. This one I try and keep to the side and not use, just so I can show it when I am creating to this. And then what we have here is this beautiful alluring orchid design. Now you have this beautiful kind of simplified orchid, and what you can do is you can use the included stencils to color it in. And then on the stamp set, we also have included this to make it into kind of a tiger lily orchid. Or if you wanted to, don't forget, you can use these outline stamps to practice your coloring in as well. And I think that this one would make a beautiful one to do some watercoloring. We have such large spaces in this that you're going to be able to really practice and hone your technique with that one. So as well as that, if you are not like me and you don't really fancy a little bit of fussy cutting, you can always get the add-on die set for this one. This is going to cut around that whole image that you can see there. You can see it's huge. And we also have the large sentiments that it's going to cut out as well. So if you're a lover of orchids, I've told you guys plenty of times on these lives that I have an orchid in my kitchen that just seems to keep blooming. I think it's because it's above my kettle and because I drink so much coffee in the day. The steam is keeping it alive and it keeps blooming. So everything else doesn't seem to last very long, but that orchid, got some staying power. Next up, we have the Craft a Flower Hellebore. So this one has 4 different blooms, and this is a winter flowering flower in where I am. And in here, we do have the keyhole system. So for each of the flower blooms, we have a different cutout in the center. So all you're going to have to do is line up these little cutouts instead of trying to figure out how the flower is supposed to look. But saying that, you can always play around with these petals, line them up with anyone that you wanted to, and create your own look as well. So you can really stretch these. They don't have to look exactly like we have made them. You can really play around, use your creativity, let it go wild. So you can see that we do have the layering guide on the back, but because of that keyhole system that has the little die cuts and also the debossed numbering, you are not going to need that layering guide for long. I'm sure you'll use it once or twice, and then you're just going to get on with it. You're not even going to look at that while you pop those flowers together. Okay, so I'm going to pop that over. Hello, everyone that has popped in as well. I know that people just keep popping in, so thank you for joining me. We do love it when you join us here. So thank you for that. Next up, we have the Afternoon Delights. Now, the Mini Delight, I think, has come on a journey. So when we first brought to you this subscription or this kind of little kit, we had a very small 2x3 stamp set and a coordinating die. So whatever was on that stamp set would just be cut out with the die. Now, the stamp set's bigger, and also the die set isn't a coordinating, it's a collaborating product. So you can use these together, or you can use them separately to stretch your supplies and make sure that you use this again and again. So this one is the Afternoon Delights. We get this really cute teacup. Now from this bit, you think, oh, that's an okay die set, you know, the thing's pretty cute. You turn it over and it's like, no, actually, that's a huge teacup. So that is going to be not able to get lost on your project. You could also use it for kind of recipe books as well. I think that would be quite cute to have it. Just cut the handle off and make it into a bowl of soup if you wanted to. We also have this flower that can be used as a flower. Also, you could use this as a planter, or you could have this as a background. Also, there are some sentiments in there that have a tea theme, so you can really play around with that one there. Next up, we have the Dynamic Duo. This is the Bird on Bloom. So cute. We have 2 cone flowers in here that are on one stem and also a little bird. The stamp set has the details to go in with the stencil to add some added depth and dimension to the images. So you can see on here we have the layering guide within and also how to use those details on the stenciled image. So we have the bird and also the flower there and some sentiments too. Okie dokie. Oh, if you want a die set, we have that available as well. Yes, the teacup is so cute. I'm just going to bring one in so you can see that it is really quite sizable. So I do have a couple of samples over to the side. I did forget to kind of bring them out, but I will show them at the end. So that's that little teacup, and you can see the flowers behind the teacup. And also I've used it to embellish my little china set there as well. So move that over to the side. Everyone loves a month where we have the stencil art. So I don't know if you guys know, but our stencil arts are actually only released once every 2 months. So if you love stenciling and you love your layering stencils, you can sign up for the stencil art subscription, and you'll only be charged once every 2 months. This means you've got extra time to kind of play with this before the next one comes. And I know you're going to play with it as soon as you come, but sometimes you just have a stock of products that you haven't used. And this subscription is trying to tackle that. You know, you've got 2 months to use this before the next one comes. So if you do love this and you have loved the stencil arts before, I would kind of recommend that you get in there. The people that are actually subscribing to this is getting more and more every week. So that is fabulous. This is the painted geraniums. Again, we do have the layering guide within. This is really, really easy to layer up. We have 6 stencils in here. They're 4.5 by 8. And you are going to be able to create a really quite huge design. I will bring in the add-on die set. So from this, you're going to see how big the image you're going to be able to create with this. So it is very, very cool. You're going to be able to use this for wall art if you wanted to. Maybe get a big piece of paper, just do one of these in different colors. You could use it to kind of make some home decor pieces. Don't just think of it as for cards. This would work perfectly for scrapbooks as well, because it's not going to get lost on that page. Next up, we have a birdhouse. This is the Rose Garden birdhouse, and we have 3 different products in this collection. First up, we have the 3D embossing folder, and you can see that we have that really pretty birdhouse design with the roses just going down the outside of that birdhouse there. As well as that, we also have coloring stencils, which are going to allow you to color in this image very quickly and easily. So we do have 5 6x6 stencils in here, which are going to color in the various parts of that birdhouse. To complete the set, we also have the die. That's going to cut around the whole of the birdhouse. But if you wanted a kind of window in here as well, we also have the separate piece just to add a window in. It would be really cute if you could get like a baby photo or something in there. That would be very, very cute. Okay. Next up, we have the berry branch. This one is so easy to use. Now, when I first saw this, I only saw the kind of image down here and I was like, oh, them berries are going to take, and the leaves are going to take so long to put on that branch, but they don't. Literally, you're going to cut it out of a piece of green cardstock, then a piece of red and a piece of brown. That red is going to lay it straight on top. So it's going to kind of cover in the branch and add in the berries. And then the brown is going to go over the branch. And then everything is just going to go together perfectly. It just is a super cool and easy way to use this. I love this so, so much. And it's so detailed. And the fact that you kind of layering these up means that these little branches, even though they look very, very delicate, because you have 3 layers of cardstock, they're going to be like a little piece of chipboard. So they're not going to be as fragile as they look. Really cool, really great way to add some beautiful foliage to your cards or scrapbook pages. If you are a bird lover, this may be one for you. This one is the Cardinal Love. Now, we don't have these in the UK. Well, not where I am. But I know that in the US, these are somewhat native. And in this set, we have the female version as well as the male, and also a branch. So, Sarah, were you asking about the size of the branch or the size of the birds? For the branch, I will grab out this one. Come on. There we go. And I've turned my cutting mat around because I like the grey, because my black was not looking the cleanest. So if I turn this around, it will say on the description, but I think I'm going to go with 3.5 inches by 4. So there we go. So hopefully it was that one that you were after. I'm going to pop that back. Hey everyone. Okay, back to this one. Lost my train of thought, but we're good. Okay, on this one, we do have the keyhole system. I do have this cut up white cardstock in my little pile of stuff to do. So hopefully I can find all the pieces and we can pop at least one of these birds together. You can see that we do have the keyhole system on here. So that's going to make it easy to line these up as well. Yes, Tracy, look how cool they look. And I love the fact that they thought about putting a female and a male in there because they are a little bit different to each other, but you can always just mix it up if you wanted to. You can make them blue. In my world, they would be blue, maybe a little bit of green. All right, so next up, we know that you guys have been loving our registration plates. Our press plate, sorry, and we've finally come up with a registration plate. So this is the first one that Altenew have ever done. Now, you may be asking, what is a registration plate as opposed to a normal press plate? So with a normal press plate, you are able to create a design with one color. But with this, we have various different pieces that fit within each other to create a design that has multiple colors. You can also add foil to this as well. So I did show this on the release video hop, which was today. And I've shown you 2 ways to use it. Once with just all of the letterpress, and then once with the foiling as well. So you can really play around with this one to create beautiful, beautiful designs. So I can do this for you if you want. It does take a little bit of time, but the kind of designs that you get out of this are really cool. So as well as the plates, you are also going to get this. Now, this is a little Mylar guide, and I don't know where I've picked up all of this ink from. I didn't have that when I started. I'm sure I didn't, but I do now. So what you're going to do is you're going to place this on your letterpress plate. Make sure that you have taped that down and make sure that everything's quite tight. Then what you're going to, I think it's off this. I didn't clean my hands. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pop this into the outline. All right. Ink that up, run that through your letterpress machine. Remove the wreath. Then what you're going to do is line up the other pieces. So we have flowers that go in here. They're going to go within the pink outlines, and also the leaves that go within the blue. Ink those up in 2 different colors, run that through, and then you're going to swap them around. Like I said, I do have a video on this, and if you really want me to, I can give this a quick go today if we have time. But it's a really cool way. I will bring in some samples with this one because I think it's very special, and I love the fact that we do now have some registration plates. So this one is very simple. So I've done the wreath in a really dark blue. I did the flowers in a mid blue, and then the leaves in a lighter blue. And you can see how that fits perfectly within the outline of the wreath. So that registration plate kind of Mylar template is what's going to help you get that perfect kind of look on there. These are the ones that I shown in the video today. So if you hop over to YouTube after this live, you can see how these were created. So this one does have just the letterpress in the greens and the reds. This one, though, I added some bling. So that one has foiling for the wreath and also the sentiments. So it's very, very cool. So you can really play around if you are the love the look letterpress look. Now this technically doesn't have to be for holidays as well. You can mix that up and do that all through the year. Next, oh, thank you, Angel. Angel's loving the registration plate. Thank you, Angel. Then we have the Winter Village. This is very cute. This reminds me of a film where he gets, not taken away for the holiday. But in here we have a circle. We also have the kind of tops sky of a mountain. We also have some little houses where you can add some dimension with the roofs and the doors. Also some really tiny stars, a moon, and some little pine trees. So you can really create your own really cute scenes with this one to create some beautiful looks for holiday and also throughout the year. Next up, we have the festive ornaments. We have a solid circle and also 4 different decorative elements that you can add onto the baubles, and also the bauble top there. I'm also sure that you're going to be able to find other ways to use these and not just for ornaments. I have a couple more things. I will try and go a bit quicker. I am sorry. I got too carried away. This one is the Timeless Sentiments 3. If you have the other 2, you're going to know what this is all about. But this one is the kind of holiday edition that we have. So we have peace and joy, good news, all is calm, shine bright, do good, believe, and grateful in there as well. Scandinavian tag is a really cute one to add to your cards, scrapbooks, or even use them to create your own little tags for your presents. I do have 2 over to the side, and you can see that we have the little pockets in there. You have 2 choices of pockets. You're going to be able to write your own little notes, add them in. You can add some cash in there if you wanted to. These are also the perfect size for gift cards as well. So that is a really great one there. To add on to this, we also have the Pocket Sentiments stamp and also the coordinating die set. So these sentiments will stamp perfectly on these little pockets here, But you can also use these for different cards as well. They don't necessarily have to be used together, but they do work perfectly together. Oh, okay, sorry, Pam. I'll bring it back in. I'll leave it over to the side just for a little minute. All right. So we also have some new ink colors. Now, we had some kind of random inks that were floating around the warehouse, and we were sure that they were pretty, pretty sad that they didn't technically have a family of their own. So what we have done is we have mixed some older inks and we have some newer ink colors as well and created their own family. So they're not kind of by themselves anymore. So first up, we have the Mediterranean Glow. So I'll walk you through this a little bit so you can, there may be some in here that you have, and I don't want you to get duplicates without you guys knowing that you were going to get a duplicate, okay? So first up, we have Honeydew Glow. This is a new color. So this has not been seen in the ovals, which is the crisp ink, or the fresh ink, which is the rounds. This one is completely new. So adding this to your collection means that you're not going to have any duplicates. Same with the Antique Olive. This has not been seen before. This is a completely new color. Oh, Love. We have had this before and in the round. So you may technically have this exact ink in your collection, and we want to make sure that you guys know that this is one that we have previously released before, but it has now got its own color family. This is going to be able to fit in with these here. Pam, so for this we have the sentiment and then the shadow, so they layer up onto each other to create this look. Hopefully that helps there. I will show some more card samples so I can help you out there. And Sugar Kelp, completely new color. So the only one in this color family that you may have is the Olive, okay? Angel, we do also have these in ink cubes as well, but you would get the duplicate of the Olive. So just to let you know that that would be in those cubes that we can't technically take out. So that is the Mediterranean Glow, and I'll move those over to the side. Hopefully that's a little bit clearer for you. Okay. This one has 2 older colors and 2 new colors. This is an older color, but I have to stress this was only available in the crisp inks. So if you have this, it's only going to be in the ovals, and this is a new color to our Circle Fresh inks. Okay? Yeah, Tracy, you can definitely share the older ones. Pool. This is one that we already have in this circle shape. So you may have a duplicate of this if you just buy all 4 of these circles. Mystic Lake. Oh, Sue knows I'm going to love this one. These colors are my jam. I love these so much. This is Mystic Lake. This is a new color to both fresh and crisp, so you will not have a duplicate of this if you buy this. Same with the Teal Tempest. I am loving this very green navy. It is very pretty and one that I'm sure that you're all going to want to add to your collection. Okay, last but not least, we have the Carnival Magic. Now, these ones, none of them in here are technically new colors, but we do have transition colors. So transition colors means that this one here was originally in the crisp ink, so that's the oval ink, but we've now newly added it to our circle collection. So this is the first time that you have been able to get it in the fresh ink. So that one is the Cotton Candy. Coral Red and Cherry Sweet, these have been available before in this circle ink. So please check your little stash before you try and order these 2 colors because you may get duplicates. Next up, we have the Rhodolite. This has been available in our oval inks before. This is part of the Jewel collection, but now it's part of the Carnival Magic. So you may have it in the oval ink, but you will not have it in the circle. Okay, now that I've got through that, hopefully we can just get through these just little bits. very quickly. We do have new cardstock colors. Please check them out. We have a beautiful array of colors. We have some yellows, blues, pinks, some really cool greens. We have the beautiful Coral Bliss. I know you guys want this one. And we have some purples in there, Cosmic Berry. Look at that beautiful kind of royal purple. And we also have the dark and muted Tranquility colors as well. All right, I just wanted to make sure, little stash, yeah. I wanted to make sure that everyone knew about the inks. We don't want you buying things that you don't need to. If you don't want, you know, if you're happy with your crisp inks for now, we wanted to make sure that you knew what you were getting. All right, we have two new foil colors. We have the emerald green and also the berry red. Holiday. And we do have some, sorry, we do also have some new enamel dots. We have the Delectable Lights and also the Tranquility. We also have them in the new ink colors. So that's the Mediterranean Glow, the Aqua Island, and the Carnival Magic. I just don't have them to show you, but if you wanted those, they are also available too. Oh, Bob, we are wanting that multi-pack of cardstock. But if we did a multi-pack of cardstocks that we have going on at the minute, it would be huge, really huge. Oh, Tranquility papers. Yes, Tracy, I was so happy when I saw them. All right. Okay. Now we can do some things. So we did... I just wanted to show you the kind of cardinal. So I have my little cardinal pieces cut out for one of them. And I'm going to grab my mat. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen, I know that on the fan group, there's been a couple of kind of questions on how to store this. And I did do a video on it, but I think it just went out on Instagram. So... I don't know if you guys, you know, want to know how to store them, but I have found the perfect way is with these zip and keep bags from Altenew. So these are the mesh ones. And this, so the large one fits perfectly in here. Okay, so takes in, wiggles in, but because I kept it on the packaging for ages, but it kept getting stuck all the time. And as you can see, this does not stick that well to that material that we have on the bag. So this is the greatest thing just to store that. So if you want, I think it might be the zip and store. Sorry, it might be the zip and store. Sorry, Angel. But if you want to keep this and you are struggling to kind of get it in any storage, please try one of those bags. You won't regret it. So I have my pieces of my little cardinal, and these, I don't know if this is the male or the female, but I'm going to go red because I have Carnival Magic colors here, so why wouldn't I? So I am going to grab that. I'm also going to grab my little sheet because it does give you an idea of kind of what colors to go with this. So his little foot there needs to be done in a brown. Please let us know your favorite things from this release. I am always intrigued to see what was the first thing that you popped into your basket. I mean, you know, you can tell me everything that you popped in, but what was the first thing that you popped into your basket today? Yes, Cindy, yeah. If you are struggling to kind of do these mats, that bag, as soon as I found that it fit in there, I was like, oh, no, that is amazing. So that's what I do now. And I would not go back to anything else. So I'm going to go in with Cherry Sweet for the next part of him. Oh, Pam! Do you take pictures of them? I would. I have binoculars so I can watch birds. I don't know what kind of birds I'm watching, but I like to watch them on YouTube, and I do have binoculars for that sole reason. That's the only reason I have them. The craft of flower layers, Tracy. Do you mean you don't know how they go together, or please let me know. This one is the rhodolite. Oh, look how deep and rich this is. I don't even know if this was supposed to be that rich, but it is now. Look at that. That's the rhodolite. So beautiful. It's kind of, I don't know, virgin on plum a little bit. I don't know. Oh, Kelly, did you put the birdhouse stencil set in first? That would be cool. So this is going to be bright red. And this is going to be bright red as well. So I'm just kind of looking at this to give me an idea of what the colors should be. I'm not going to worry too much. Oh, Pam, yes. Binoculars all the way. Okay, so I'll just bring it in. So hopefully you can see, so it's 4 different flowers. So you create these separately, and you have, 2 or 3 different, well, normally 3 that just layer together to create that flower. And then you have the centers that just line up on each other. If you are kind of, struggling with the idea of how they go together, we do actually have a layering guide video on the product page. So Angel, can you pop the product page on, please, for the crafter flower? And then if you wanted to, you could just go over there, and the lovely Bridget has actually done a step-by-step on how it layers together. So, yeah. Tracy, they sell binoculars with cameras? Really? Yeah, Pam, it's so, I don't know. You can get like a chocolate that's like got a hint of red to it. That's what it's like. It's very pretty. All right, so I'm going to go with the little face piece, and that is black. So I have my little jet black over to the side. There is a little eye piece there, but I find an easier way is just drawing the eye on later. I mean, you can use the little eye, but it's tiny. It's teeny tiny. And I find it easier just to draw that in. Okay, so one of the beak pieces is the darker color. So that's the rhodolite, and the other piece is the cherry sweet. Okay, so I have all of my pieces colored in. If you wanted to, you could definitely cut them out of dark cardstock or the cardstock colors that you have everything. Okay, Carol, so we do have 2 different inks. I'm trying to look for my glue, but also explain things at the same time. And I don't know about you, but my mind sometimes doesn't work well with different tasks. Where have I put my glue? All right, so there are 2 different inks. I'm just going to grab one. I've obviously put my glue away in a special spot that I don't even know about myself. All right, so I have the rhodolite here that we have from the crisp ink and also our fresh ink. So the main difference, the size, the shape, okay? So this is a patented custom design case. So in this, we have created it. So if you have dexterity issues, it's easier to hold. So you can see that that's easier to hold than this large pad. That's really going to help you kind of ink things up that way. Also, if you're anything like me and you have seen these just drop off the side of your desk and you went out to reach them, but by the time you got there, it fell on the floor and the lid was off, and notoriously, these always land ink side down on a carpet. That is not going to happen with these. Once you've got that lid on, it's not moving. The only way to get this off is with a half twist. And it's the easiest half twist you have ever seen. So all you're going to do is line up the two side pieces and just twist. And that is going to keep that lid on. Like, great for traveling. Fabulous. Also, because you have that twist, what you can do is, if you have your very handy sticky mat, stick your ink on and twist off. And you literally can do that with one hand. So if you really have trouble, like say one hand's really not working for you properly at the minute, you can just technically ink blend with one hand. You can open your ink pad with one hand. You can close your ink pad with one hand. Then you can use your blending brush. And because this sticky mat is keeping that ink down, you can also blend away with it and everything's in place. And it's just really great. Also, the ink formula is slightly different. This one is much more viscous than we have in the crisp ink. So this means if you have trouble ink blending and the ink just kind of grabs as soon as you pop that onto the cardstock, this is going to help with that. This stays a little bit wetter for longer. It still won't smudge. Say you kind of move your hand over when you've inked something, it won't smudge like that. But this does stay a little bit wetter for longer. And then that means that you can kind of play with it a little bit more and you're going to get that really beautiful blended look. I hope that helps. If you want me to kind of go into anything else while we're here, it doesn't have to be on anything that I'm doing. If you want some questions answered, please question me and I'll question it. I'll answer it as much as I can. All right, sorry. Right, now we're going to get back onto putting this together. And I am sorry, Altenew, I'm going to have to go with a generic glue that I have because my glue's gone. I don't know where I've put it. So I am going to stick these together. Okay. All right, so let's go with number one. So this does have the keyhole system on it. So that means all we're going to be doing is lining up this cut line rather than trying to get it in a perfect position on the die cut shape. So I'm going to place that down and I'm going to grab number two. Always ink on the back. See, I haven't used this in a while. I don't know how to use it. All right, okay. There we go. That's good. So always glue on the back of the piece that you're trying to put down. Yeah, Angel's she's like teasing me with the glue tape because I don't have mine. I would be using it because it's the best glue tape that I have, but I have put it away nicely. All right. Sorry, everyone. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with 3. So easy to put these together. I love the fact that they have the numbers on. So you don't even need to kind of flip this over. As you can see, I have not flipped my layering guide over because I'm just going with the numbers that are on here. Don't you love a die that looks so realistic and you have the kind of cut lines on that, and then you also have the embossed lines and you didn't have to do anything more? those embossed lines, they make me happy. All right, so that's going to be part of the wing. Oops. So but it's really bothered me because I've been using it today. I even had 2 out. How can I misplace 2? I can see it. Ta-da! Okay, happy now. All right, so I've done that. And I'm going to pop his little face piece on. This is just going to line up with the edge of his beak. And as you can see, I'm using my sticky mat for keeping these little pieces into place while I glue them. This sticky mat. It's amazing. All right, so I have his beak now. Yay, hooray! Lydia's found a glue. Oh, literally right in front of my face, but because it was that way and not that way, I didn't associate it with my glue. Sometimes I surprise myself. All right, so we have his little beak on that too. But look how cute he is. He is so cool. So yes, that keyhole system, you can see how quick and easy that went together, and I didn't really think about it that much. Okay, so you guys want to see the birdhouse? I'll see if I can quickly kind of get that together, because, you know, I think the bird would go well with the birdhouse. Okay, birdhouse, birdhouse, birdhouse. Okay. And then I can quickly show you my samples as well. All right. Move things. Okay, so with the Platinum 6, if you have the Platinum 6, all I do is I remove one of the cutting mats to use the 3D embossing folders from Altenew. That's the only thing I do. But please check your sandwich and don't force it through. If it's really struggling to get through, just don't do it. But I do find that kind of putting it on a little bit of an angle, teasing it through a little bit, helps it a little bit more. Oh, Nancy, yep. The only thing is to use it, because it was a joke between us all that it was so pretty and we didn't want to use it, but if you don't use it, it's not worth having, right? But look how beautiful that has embossed. Right, and move that over. Okay, and now I'm going to grab my little sticky mat back in. I should really clean that off, but I'm not going to worry if we're dirty on the back of here. Yes, the Cardinal set is beautiful. All right, so I didn't take all of my browns out today because I didn't think I'd be doing much wood, but that looks like where we are today. So let's go with what we have. I'm going to go with mocha. I don't know if it's mocha or mocha, but I've always said mocha, so that's what we're going with. And we're going to add a little bit color through. I am trying to do this as quick as possible so we can go through the samples that I have just to give you a little bit more inspiration. Remember, we have that circle piece that you can cut out if you wanted to as well. Yes, Carrie, these are just amazing for keeping everything in place. I love the fact that I'm not wasting my tape anymore, right? So I use my tape now to kind of mask off edges so I can stamp in and create that really beautiful look. And I love the fact that I'm not wasting it anymore, because that purple tape, that satin masking tape, mwah, chef's kiss. I love it. All right, so I'm going in with the espresso. That is reminding me of a song that at the minute. Mocha. Yeah, I go mocha. I don't go mocha. It's a mocha for me. All right. So I'm going to go on to stencil number. I wonder why the rest of the birdhouse is on stencil number 4 and not 2, but that's fine. I just needed to have a little peek, but we got to it. So I'm going to grab on the rest of the birdhouse and we're going to go in with the espresso. Oh, Nancy, yes, I'm going to add the sticky mat to that as well. So Nancy says the 3 best products. I can't pick 3, but she's picked 3 and she's gone for stamp wheel, May Blossom, and the keyhole system. I also think sticky mat needs to go on there and the blending brushes. But then once I've done that, I'm going to go, oh no, but the layering stencils, because you're going to need them as well. Yes, Nancy, I'm glad that you tried, that you did choose your products, but I don't think I could. I'm a bit rubbish. Right, I'm trying to line this up, but I am going to get in my hair. Right, you know what? I'm going to wait until I've done the rest of them. It might be easier to layer up them. So, stencil number 3. It's because it's on a little bit of an angle, I think. It's giving me a little guide there. I literally had to line that up. Wow, sometimes they're even too clever for me. All right, so let's go in with some greens, and we have these new fresh olivey greens. So I'm going to go in with the olive. Oh, the teal inks. I could have, oh, we can do teal roses. We don't have to use the reds. Let's go with teal roses. I know blue roses are technically dyed, I think. But we can have them in this garden. Yeah, Carrie, I don't think I could pick 3. We had to pick products. Bridget asked us something for the in-person retreat, me, Tasneem, and JC. It's like, okay, so, you know, if you had a certain number of products, what would you choose? So Tasneem picked some things, JC picked some things, and I was like, well, seeing as though they've already brought those things with them, I would add on. So I didn't technically pick 3 things. I said I was going to use theirs and we could all share nicely. Okay. It might have been a bit cheeky, but I'm all for sharing crafty stuff. Right, that is the sugar kelp. Look how cool that is. Okay, look how this is coming together. Okay, I'm so excited because I actually haven't used this before. So I'm really loving it. And I love that we have that little guide there to line the leaves up. I should have seen it before, but I didn't. Okay. Oh, no, don't wiggle. I didn't stick it down on my mat very well. Never mind. We may have got a little wiggle, but I'm okay with that. I think I had a lot of that sugar kelp left on that, but I'm not going to worry. Look! Okay, look. You guys are probably like, why is she getting so excited? She's seen this before. I know, but I haven't used it before. I love layering stencils on 3D embossing folders. It makes my heart happy. So I'm going to go in with pool. All right, so a little bit of pool on those roses. Next. Then we have this next layer. Again, this is lining up with that birdhouse piece. Okay, Mystic Lake. Beautiful. Oh, and the Mystic Lake goes over there as well. It's like a surprise. All right, and then we have the darkest piece. I'm going to try and move it so you guys can't see the end result until it's done. Oh, I do have another piece to do. So then this one is there. Ah, and I've missed that bit from down there, but we're okay. Oh, no, wiggle. Okay. There we go. Oh, look how cool it is. So I think, actually, we're supposed to have some white pieces on there. Okay, pretty cool. Oh, that's over there. Ah, okay. Okay. All right, got it. Got it. So I'm going to go with the lightest color, or should I'm just going to dab some of this off. Dab. And I'm just going to go lighter with this color. Okay. There we go. And then, I'm trying to hide it because I need to add in another piece. And this is going to be the little twiny bits. Okay. I think it lines up around about there. And I think I'm going to go for it. And I'm just going to go in with sugar kelp. And I had espresso on that, so might make it a little bit darker. All right. Okay. Ready? Ta-da! All right. So that is beautiful. And we can add a little cardinal on that. And I think he is perfectly sized. Just look how perfect he is. Just sat there. Pride of place within those resplendent teal roses. But yeah, that looks good. I mean, we didn't get a card finished today because obviously I got excited about all of the products that we released, and I did wax lyrical about everything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to the side, and I'm going to show all the samples that I've already made so you guys can get a little bit more inspiration. I'm sorry I didn't make as much as I normally do, but it is what it is. Sometimes we get excited, sometimes we get a little bit chatty, and we don't make as much as we think we're going to. But yeah. So there we go. This one was using the fabulous Regal Wreath press plate. Now, I didn't have chance to show you how you can use this with the letterpress and also foiling, but we do have a video of this on YouTube today. So that is going to show you the two different ways that you can use it to add multiple colors to your letterpress designs. So that is the fabulous Regal Wreath. I also have a couple of cards using the Afternoon Delight. So that is the mini delight that we have. And in that one, you're going to get that really pretty floral design, lots of sentiments, and also this teacup die, which is very, very cute. So you can play around with this. You can use the flowers by itself. You can use the cup by itself, but you can also use them together. All right, so we have those. I also have a couple more with the cardinals. I got excited with these. I thought they were very cute. So you can see that I have done them both red. I just like them when they're red. I know that they should be brown, but this is our little world. Paint it whatever color that you want. If you want a blue cardinal, you can have a blue cardinal. So yeah, you can also get more inspiration using these products if you join the video hop that was on it today. Also, we have some using the fabulous Stencil art. So you can see the different looks that you can get with it. You can get very vintage feels. You can also get very clean and simple as well. So don't just think that, oh, I'm just going to use it a couple of times. You're not. You're going to be able to use this in many ways. You can also make your own home decor items because that is a sizable design. I also have some using the Winter Village, and I wanted to show you the kind of different looks that you can get with it. So you can create more of a border. So the little half circle with the mountains that you get in the die set, I just cut that twice to create a line across with the mountains. And then I've colored in the houses more in a natural color, and I'm getting back into these really beautiful, moody shiny star skies. Also, this one, I cut out those little stars and the moon, and I put some foil behind it. So that's literally kind of, I don't know, waste foil that I had on the side, and I thought that that would be really cool to add behind that. And also, that's the Teal Tempest blue that you can see in there, but you can see just how well that shines there. And then also a little more of a candy cane design there. Last but not least, I'm going to bring in a couple of cards using the Timeless Sentiments 3 die set, so you can see just how large they are. My little girl actually helped me create this one today. She did a lot of die cutting to create this, but I thought that this was such a cool design, and I just wanted to give it a go. And then we also have two more, one with the candy cane, and then one that's a little bit more not holiday, but you could definitely use that throughout the year. All right, I am going to pop you guys up now. All right. All right. We got through it. I am so sorry that I did so much chatting today. I did get very, very excited about all of the different designs, and I was just so enthralled and excited about this release. There is something in here for everyone. If you haven't got your holiday kind of cards designed yet, I would recommend that you give at least a couple of these products a go, add them into your stash, and make sure that you get them used as well. Run to your craft room now. Please go and get creative. I hope that we have inspired you to grab out some crafting supplies and craft your life. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you to the amazing Angel for popping in all of the links, even though I kind of pushed through things quite quickly, and she's on it. She's on it so well. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye. I'm going to click you guys off. Again, have a great weekend, and that's all for now. Bye.